Hello.
Hello and good evening.
Good evening. How are you, Anand?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Again, I will repeat. I just love your background. I think I
Thank
told
you.
you last time. It's nice. I think it's the
And your
color.
background is beautiful as well.
Thank you. That's an old one, but still, yes, thank you for that. Okay. So, any questions for me before I begin the session?
No, I don't have questions.
Okay. So, how's everything going? Are you keeping fine? How are your classes? Everything?
Yeah, everything is fine. I'm doing good. Yeah,
Great.
classes are going well.
Okay. Okay, fine, fine. So today your topic is stranded in a desert. Yeah. So what we're going to do today is we'll have this cycle of questions. So what exactly is that? The activity is to be conducted in such a way that I'll ask you a question. You give me an answer. From your answer, I'll try to make a question.
Okay.
Yes. So it may make
Interesting.
sense, it may not make sense, but whatever it is, the purpose is having a conversation. That's all. And towards the end, I can give you a feedback.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So tell me, Anand, have you ever dreamt of being stranded anywhere, not just a desert? Like you're left alone and you just wake up and you find yourself alone.
No, so far I haven't been in this situation, but I could be in future. So yeah,
Okay.
today our topic is just stranded in desert, I'm saying desert. uh,
Yes.
but it could be anywhere, this area where I'm residing, it is pretty much prone to floods in rainy season, so I can be stranded in any home in flood, like on the roof of the house, just
Yeah.
so it could be.
Yes, yes, correct. So, stranded in the sense it can happen anywhere. That's what you're trying to say.
Yes.
So, flood is an expected catastrophic situation, natural disaster, and we were all prone to maybe mental isolation and being stranded, especially during the pandemic situation. Though we didn't have any natural calamities, but still, in one way, we always stranded. Okay, so tell me what you will do in such a situation, whether you're stranded in a desert or when you're stranded because of the floods, God forbid. What are some of the things that you will do immediately?
Just I have to look for the ways that I can get out of this situation, right? Because anyway, I need to get out of it. So I would look for ways, or ways, just that how can I get out of it. Like, for example, if I'm stranded on the roof in flood, I would try my best to uh, give info. I have to tell it to the people around me that yes, I'm stranded, please try to help me, bring a boat, please uh, uh, fetch me out of this situation, like this.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like you call for help, you find a way out somehow, because
Yeah.
that is the immediate step that you need to take. Okay, so here we are speaking about physical isolation or where you are left alone, stranded physically as one person from others in a physical situation. Now, during such situations, it's not necessary that you have a mobile phone, but you will be calling out for help. They'll bring a boat, and such kind of practical things will happen. Now, my question is another level, which is difficult, or how do you compare being stranded physically and being stranded emotionally, mentally? Like, in spite of having all the facilities, you have the mobile phone, you have friends around, you have family members. Some people feel stranded, okay, totally left alone or away from the crowd. So, how do you distinguish between the two, and what are some of your thoughts on both?
So, like, I think if you're talking about mentally stranded, it is sort of depression or anxiety or maybe any other issue. So in
Okay.
this case, one has to just fight with it
Okay.
to overcome it. Like, because in this situation you cannot take help from people, right? And
Okay.
sometimes even people will console you, but it is not going to work for you. So it is better to think about it and why it happened, how can you ignore it in future, and how to overcome it. Just empower yourself, because I love empowering oneself, right, or myself, because only I can be with myself always. I can help myself at the best. Nobody else can. Yeah, it is good. I am in company with other. I have to, look after lots of other aspects of life. But I would like to make myself um, strong, okay? And as much as strong I can make myself.
Okay. So that's great. So empowering. Yeah. So those words were great. You fight, you overcome, you console yourself. So if you find yourself being a good company, especially during such times, I think half of your problem gets solved.
Yeah,
Right?
it
To be
gets
in good
solved.
company with oneself is the best solution because you know yourself, you know what is best for you. Such kind of things work well. Okay, so coming back to the desert, just tell me some of the thoughts that run across your mind. Suppose you're stranded in a desert. Uh, how will you try to find help there?
Oh, it is really difficult situation, right? If I'm stranded in desert, one thing is very clear in my mind that I would not find somebody. I have to work
Mhm.
on my own. So I have to look for a right direction, a right thing to overcome the problem. So like I would like to look for the right way, that in which way I should travel, that I could reach to my right destiny. Like I'm stranded somewhere and I need water. So now I would look for water first of all. So I need to find out that where I'm gonna get water, in which direction I should go, whether I should go east, west, or north or south. So I could find some villages or people who could help me with water first. So standing, if I'm stranded in desert, uh, it is difficult to find any other help. Rather than that, I would believe on myself, and I would try to use my sense in better way.
Okay, okay. So right direction is a good direction that you could give to a person stranded in the desert because you're surrounded by sand and
And
everywhere you look there's sand. It's like in the water, only water everywhere. It's like that. So finding the right direction, finding water more than food because you have to survive. You have to walk till there and come out. Believe in myself and gather up myself. It's like gear up myself and go forward because there are one aspect is one fact is you will become tired when you're in a desert, scorching heat, you will be exhausted, all the water from your body will be sucked up by the sun, so such kind of conditions will make you feel exhausted. And then finally I hope you find something like this,
yeah,
like an
really.
oasis. Yeah, like
Oasis,
an
yeah.
oasis. Yeah. So connecting it with life when you're surrounded by desert everywhere. We all have gone through such phases personally also, where you're surrounded by nothing, like only desert, no color, no greenery. Sometimes you find an oasis, right? So have you ever come across such simple situations in life that you can share now? Where everywhere it was desert, but quickly, suddenly there was an oasis where you could drink water and you were empowered.
No, I have never been in this situation
Okay.
physically, but
Okay.
even not mentally. Yeah, it could be mentally as well. Like you are depressed, you are, you see no hope in your life, and suddenly you find something meaningful in your life, and you
Yes.
know you found that a strength, and you start working again. Yeah, it happens mentally as well in our life, but I
Yes.
don't think that physically I have never been to this situation. Mentally also not.
Okay. So it's possible that, as you said, it's possible that you're surrounded with no hope, full of challenges, and you find one ray of hope. and that makes you strong and you go further. Okay, that's great. Okay, so any questions? Anything that you want to ask? Anything that you want to share?
No, have you ever been in these like situations?
Yes, yes, yes. Many times, not physically, thank God. But mentally, yes, I have been through such situations, very high emotional situations where people get sick and where you have to gear up and you have to give the support, all the support you can, so that the family moves on or you personally move on and give positivity. So, what I studied from such situations is that you become stronger. You're not the old person. You get
Old person.
to explore yourself and you get to explore the people around you. You understand the value of happiness, the value of being a human. That's what I realized. Like, why I am a human and why I should show humanity. That's when
Mhm.
I understand such things, such kind of values. And that's why I say I become stronger after facing such situations. Yes.
And
And of course,
everybody becomes a
yeah,
strong, not only you.
everybody becomes strong. You find strength in such situations because there are, of course, people who break down and they never want to get up. See, in spite of giving, you must have also given a lot of positivity to people around who feel bad. But some people don't want to rise up. It's just like English. Like you tell them that these are the ways you should study, or these are the ways you can evolve in the language. But eventually, at the end of the day, it is, I have this problem. I have this issue. I'm getting nervous when but I have given you the solution. Now focus on the solution and not the problem.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
never worked on it, but once again, they are complaining the same
Yes,
thing.
exactly. So
I've
once you
seen.
start, yeah, only once you start working, that is, you said when you start walking, only you can find the right direction in the desert. So same like that, language is also like that. You start working and you understand the right direction and you take that up. Yeah, that's what I feel.